I absolutely love the Sega Saturn. Underrated here in the United States, but it's one of my top 3 favorite video game consoles of all time. It had games on it that I didn't see at the time, or actually honestly haven't seen since. But there's one game in particular that I hold in very high regard, and that's Orion Interceptor Extreme.
Okay, so this game wasn't particularly a Sega Saturn exclusive, it was actually ported over from...
Oh. Okay. I didn't expect them to throw menu screens at us. I guess that's extreme.
Here's your baptism by fire. You're a remote-controlled car evading other remote-controlled cars. So, Off-World Interceptor Extreme's kind of a hybrid racing/vehicular action game. Reminds me of Breakthrough back on the NES. You're a bounty hunter sent to track down wanted criminals on various planets, and the racing aspect comes from the chase meter at the top of the screen. The white bar being you, the red bar indicating the enemy, and how far you have to get away from them to complete the stage. Finish it in a decent amount of time, you complete the stage. You're awarded a bounty afterwards given how fast you completed the stage, and then you're sent back to the hub where you can restock on supplies that you might need throughout. I'm personally a big fan of those nitros. The extra lives get a little bit expensive, but what do? They're extra lives. So anyway, once you're finished wrapping all that up, if you don't have enough to buy a vehicle, you're sent back on to the second mission until you can get to the boss battles. Sounds easy enough, right?
No.
Getting to the end of the level is one thing, but it becomes apparent when you reach further stages just how quickly that chase party means up and everything wants to stop you. RC Pro-Am cars, windmills, tetherball poles, stone evil block faces, squares? Yeah, sure. All of these things by design are made to slow you down, and when you reach a certain point in the game, it will annihilate you. It feels like there's absolutely nothing you can do except die, and die, and die.
But you don't go in unarmed. The game gives you weapons.
Vindicator 32,000. Orion Interceptor. Roadkill 409. The Violator. Abductor.
Okay, these cars actually kind of suck, which is a bit of a bummer because the things that you kind of need to fight in this game really aren't worth purchasing. The Orion Interceptor is supposed to be your next available option, or at least the most affordable one, yet it feels like an even worse vehicle than the Vindicator. It's got an Ice Blast Freeze weapon that you can charge up, but what's the point of that? Its missiles don't track, they just kind of scale the ground and move forward, so that's aggravating. The Violator's a pretty good secondary option. Its primary gun is a lightning tracking Tesla coil thing that immediately locks onto the target that's ahead of you or behind you. But kind of like the Orion, its missiles don't lock onto anything, so that can be a little bit aggravating and a detriment to some of the enemies that will strike you. The Abductor, this is honestly the biggest waste of money in the game. Its missiles fly off to hell and back. Its primary gun is a silly looking flamethrower that looks like a 3rd grade glass cut out of construction paper. Don't buy this vehicle. It's stupid. I hate it. Now, I left Roadkill 409 out of the equation because for my money this is the best option in the entire game. Even better than the VV Sector because you get it early and you can max its stats out pretty fast. And also, it's got the best special weapon. It's got this energy plow shield that goes on the front of the truck for a couple of minutes, and with it, you can crash into anything and it'll do massive amounts of damage. Its missiles are the best thing in the game. They're area affecting, which causes smaller enemies to flip over, and enemies that are even kind of within range take damage. that boss fight pretty much kind of sums up what this game has to offer. You drive around, you blow up a big monstrosity, drive around in a straight line again, collect things, have another big giant boss battle for you, do some more driving around, this time on the moon for variety, and there's another boss fight waiting for you at the end of that. Congratulations, you just arrested Johnny Cage. You could say that this game's arcade in nature, and there's nothing particularly wrong with that, but it's a little bit repetitive and it lacks an intuitiveness that makes it as entertaining as a game like Jackal.
Huh. Funny? I said this game was special to me, yet I spent the last couple of minutes kicking dirt on it. Why would I even bother saying it then?
If we die, I want you guys to know I love you all, man.
And if we live through this mission, I'm gonna kill you all, with you first, Fabio.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 live action sequences?
Mystery Science Theater 3000 is my favorite television show of all time, and watching this game either pay homage or make a spoof out of people that I consider my comedy heroes absolutely made my day when I first saw it years ago. The source material may not be as funny as MST3K, but it's got a delightful charm to it and it has its own unique appeal. I can't help but find these scenes amusing every single time I've ever played this game. It's a part of the reason why it's had such high replay value with me over these years.
Other accessories are...
Well, aren't we lucky?
No, we're number 4.
I'd say congratulations, except you're back for more.
You already did, Colonel Fancy.
And yes, to anyone wondering, that's where I got the stupid name from.
I mean, come on, let's face it, live-action cutscenes were never really good in video games, and full-motion interactive videos tried and failed to be the next evolution of gaming. Off-World Interceptor seemed completely aware of that fact and took this opportunity to make fun of it in my eyes. And that in hindsight makes it even more amusing. These cutscenes alone probably takes an otherwise average but forgettable video game and bumps it into iconic status.
There better be naked ladies in this thing.
Ah! And that's Off-World Interceptor Extreme on the Sega Saturn. Might not boast the best gameplay, graphics, or notable characters of any kind, but it really kind of goes to show that in a rare instance like this, one of your favorite games can be something completely mediocre, a game that was lost in the four winds of this ever-evolving medium that we all enjoy here. And I'm pretty sure that we all kind of have games like that, and I just wanted to take this time to share one with you. Thank you for watching.
Well, he won't be of any use any longer.
Get it? We're dead.
He had a death wish, and the cash cops granted it.
Talking about us like we're
There's nothing you
dead.
could
We
have
can
done.
just start the game over.
Then I guess we had nothing to lose.